Make ugly art. This is a very trending sentiment, and I hate really saying that it's trending because it's not like this viral thing. It's not a new idea. It's just reminding artists and creatives that, hey, you stop trying to show it perfect. Like, you need to just make whatever art that you feel like making right now and not be afraid to share it. And so this week I did that, and let me tell you, this is much easier said than done. I released some of my old art and made me cringe hardcore. So I want to talk to you about that because I don't know how I'm feeling about it, all right? Hello friend and fellow adventurer. My name is Kayla. I'm a multi-passionate creative doing all the things and documenting my messy middle so you don't feel so alone in yours. Welcome back to Sidequests and Sideeyes. This is part cozy tavern, part strategy guide, and all unhinged chaos. Around these parts, we hardcore side-eye hustle culture. We go the pace of grace, which is very, very slow, and we celebrate every win. Showering does indeed count. So you may not know this about me, but I actually went to school for music, for vocal performance, and that is my primary artistic medium, if you will. Now, as a multi-passionate creative, there's a lot of things that I love. There's a lot of things that I'm into. There's a lot of artistic mediums that I would love to pursue to a greater degree, to learn to excel in those. But really, my primary artistic medium is my voice. And I am a pretty good singer, actually. And I feel confident saying that. That is my gifting. I'm very good in it. I excel in that. I went to school for vocal performance, graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in vocal performance. And my husband, for a number of years, has been kind of pushing me to release an old EP. This was from college. I wrote it in college, but then I released it right after college. And he's just been really wanting me to put it out. He really, really believes, he's like, look, I just feel like there's something in your walk, in this creative walk, as I'm building kind of this ecosystem of creativity and content that I'm creating, right? There's this whole ecosystem in my mind that I'm like slowly building brick by brick. He's like, I just feel like there's something going to be unlocked when you release that. And I just kept like putting it off and like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get it on Apple Music, blah, 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 on and on and on. And so finally, he really pushed me in a good way. Like, he challenged me in a good way. It wasn't like forcing me to do anything I didn't want to do, but he really, really challenged me again. He's like, I don't know why, but I just feel like God is nudging you to just get this out and it will kind of release something. I don't know what, but he's like, I just feel like it will move something. So I finally stopped putting it off and I released an old EP from college. I will put a picture here or somewhere, and I will also link it down below. But let me tell you, I remember when I was very, very proud of these songs, very, very proud of these songs. And listening to this project again, I felt very, very cringe and very, 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 what's the word I'm looking for? Vulnerable. Very vulnerable posting this old project because I look at it now, knowing what I know, seeing how I've developed, seeing how I've changed, and recognizing like, ew, I really don't like it. I really, really don't like it. And also recognizing that my husband was definitely right. I think there was something about releasing that piece of art in the past that I won't even, to me, it's ugly, right? To me, it's bad art because it's not up to the level that I would probably create now, or the level that I would create in 10 years if I started committing and jumping back into music fully, which is my goal, one of my goals for 2026. And I think this idea of create bad art is so good. It's so good for the artist and the creative to hear that, like, you need to create bad art. You need to put out bad art. And the idea behind that is kind of linked to what I talked about in my video about quality or quantity versus, or quantity over quality, about in order to get to the place you want to get, in order to level up, to excel in the artistic mediums and the creative mediums that you would like to, you have to put in the work, you have to put in practice. Nobody disagrees with that. During the practice, like, you're just generally not that good, or you're not creating on the level that you would like to be creating at. And so I love this sentiment. It helps artists and creatives move out of this, try to move out of their imposter syndrome, out of perfectionism, out of fear, all of these different things, and really push into, hey, the way that you get better is by showing up. The way that you get better is by releasing your art into the world, and releasing it maybe sometimes before you're ready, before you feel like it's good, and seeing what happens, because the creative process is supposed to be messy, and a lot happens. The magic, right? The magic happens in the messy middle. That I 100% believe that. The magic of you growing and transforming and just really building deep roots in whatever you care about, the projects that you care about, the ideas, the art that you care about, it happens. All of that transformation, all of that magic happens in the messy middle, but you have to kind of commit to just like sticking it out through the messy middle and saying like, hey, I kind of really don't like this, but I'm here. So yeah, I released that this week, and I really don't like it. I really don't like it. I listened to it a number of times, and like, I was proud of it because I was proud of who I was back then and what I was doing back then and what I was creating. And I just looked at the world with such like hope, and like, everything's going to be great, and I'm going to do so much music. And come to find out, like, I would run away from music for about a decade and not really do much with it. And so that, yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely interesting, like, hearing my voice, which has changed a lot, actually. I think it's matured a lot. And I'll be honest, some of the music, like, I feel like my voice on that EP isn't even the best representation of what it was back then. I feel like it's not, I don't know, I don't feel like it's as strong as it was even then. But especially now, I think back and think about the vocal control that I have now, and just a little bit of a bigger range that I have now, and even just like how I would form some of the vowels and sounds, and how my palette has kind of, how I adjust my my mouth to make certain sounds more clear or darker or lighter. I don't know. There's just a lot that I would sing that whole album differently. And internally, what I wanted to do was to redo the whole thing, redo the whole EP, fix it, and then release it. But I think that there is something important about allowing it to exist as it is, which to me is, I don't like it. I don't like it. Much like some of my other videos that I've talked about here, where it's like, I don't really love my YouTube videos. Like, I'm equally proud of them because I'm showing up, and I do like that I can see areas in which I'm growing and improving. And I like kind of the vibe that I've got going on, where it's a little bit darker and cozier, and I'm getting certain things under my wing, and I'm like, oh, that feels good. But I'm still like, there's this ethereal thing that I can't like grasp of what I want my YouTube channel to look like, what I want my whole creative ecosystem to look like, and it's not there yet. And so the things that I release, the things that I produce, I look at it and I'm like, okay, I like this thing, and I'm just not satisfied. I'm not fully satisfied. And I don't know, I don't think we have enough space to kind of just feel that tension. Because if somebody comes forward and kind of does this like fake humility, right? Like, no, it's ugly, it's disgusting, I hate everything about it. That's cringe. And that's like, hey, can we not do that? Like, let's not pretend your thing is not good when it is, in fact, good. And then on the other side, we have this, like, oh my gosh, I'm really not proud of this. I'm really not liking what I'm creating right now. And then people kind of rush in, no, you're amazing, you're great. And, you need to champion your art and love it. And again, that is true. Like, you need to be the first person to champion your own art, because on some level, people don't know who you are. People don't care until they know and until they care. And there's a lot of freedom in recognizing, like, nobody knows who you are. Except for, a handful of like your support system. Outside of that, like, most people just like don't know who you are. Unless you're like this massive person online, which I obviously am not. If you look at my subs, like, nobody knows who I am. Nobody cares. Not like nobody cares about you directly, but it's just kind of like, well, yeah, people don't know who you are yet. You don't know who you are yet a little bit. Like, this is me talking to myself. Like, I don't really know who I am yet within this context, and that's really okay. So I don't know, somewhere in between those two realities, right, of this like false humility where it's like, okay, no, what you produce is good and you can be proud of it, and it's okay to like stand forward and say, you know what, I like that. I did really well on that. That's okay. And somewhere in between where it's like, it's okay to like not really like what you're making. Like, yes, make ugly art. Yes, put out things before you're ready, before they're perfect, because that's how you learn, that's how you grow. Absolutely. And also, it is totally okay that when you're doing that, whilst you're doing that, you can accept that, like, I don't like it here. I don't like it here, but I'm going to keep showing up because this is the messy middle, and this is how we work, this is how we grow, this is how we change, this is how we get better at things. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to chat with you about today. I released an EP from back in my college days, college years, and I'm not actually a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of it, and it did make me cringe. But here's the truth: there were some moments that I listened to it and I thought, you know what, that's pretty good. Like, that's even pretty good now. Like, my song "Waiting on a Love Song," it's the song that it's the favorite song I've ever written. And it generally is not other people's favorite songs. Like, whenever I show people my songs, even my old ones, I haven't shown anything recently because I'm trying to die in obscurity, which is not good. But I digress. That's for another day. That's a topic for another day and my therapist. But like, "Waiting on a Love Song" is probably like my favorite song I've ever written. And is it really good? Is it not? I don't know, but I like it. I really like it. And so listening to it, that was one song that I was like, okay, this might be a song I want to revamp because I really actually like this song. And I think that I've leveled up enough in my tastes, in my voice, in my range, that I might be able to take this song to another level. And so, I don't know. Yeah, it's just, that was me practicing putting out ugly art from, oh Lord, 2013. So however many years ago that is, you can do the calculations. Almost, 13 years ago. Anyways, so as you know, this is the part of my videos that I'm starting to dole out some side quests, because why would I have a channel called Sidequests and Sideeyes and not dole out some side quests for you? So these are all impromptu. Sometimes I might have one ready to go, but I don't have one ready to go today. So we are going to impromptu pull out a side quest out of my tired brain. Let's call this, let's just call this the Ugly Canvas Side Quest. Ugly Canvas Side Quest. Okay, I want you, if you're up for the task and you want to take up this side quest, I want you to post one piece of your art now, as is, before it's perfect, maybe even before it's done. But I want you to post one piece of art or creative work. It can be on whichever platform, social media platform of your choice, but it needs to be public. Okay, it can't be private. We've got to challenge ourselves just a little bit. Otherwise, why is it called a side quest? And I want you to tag me. If you feel comfortable, I want you to tag me and let me know Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it feels. Let me know what the response is and also how you feel about kind of being perceived, right? Because as artists, we're like, we don't want to be perceived, but we also want to be perceived, but not really, but yes, but no. You know how that goes. So, ugly canvas side quest. Post one piece of art that is like, that you are not happy with. I don't want you to post something that is perfect and done and gorgeous. You know what I mean. I want you to pick something that you're like, oh, I really, like, you know, you need to kind of like release it and let it go. I want you to do that. And I want you to tag me. And you can tag me here on YouTube. You can tag me on Instagram. Right now I am Kayla Celeste on Instagram. I'm considering shifting my Instagram to Sidequests and Sideeyes as well. The name is open. And then I'm also on Threads as I am Kayla Celeste. So yeah, tag me. I want to see. And then I also have what's called the Do Less Sidequests. This is a PDF 7-day self-paced adventure that you can go on. It's a little bit bigger than maybe the side quests I've just given you. It's a little bit more commitment. And it's really about radical acceptance. Finding who you are in the messy middle of your life and deciding, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with what you have in your hands right now? And it's okay to say, I don't really like it here, but I'm going to show up anyway. And so it's a fun little adventure I've created. You are the main character. You go through a story each day and you're unequipping some things that like, oh, you know what? I probably don't need that anymore. And learning to equip a new piece of armor that's all about doing less and becoming more grounded instead of like hustling and trying to get more done. That makes sense. If you're interested in that, that's called the Do Less Side Quest. That's down below. Will probably be linked right below my EP. I'm just releasing it and accepting it. And then I always like to end my videos by saying, if you haven't heard this recently, or if you haven't heard this at all, I want you to know that I am proud of you. And I think your life is worth getting back up for. Okay, see you later. Bye, friend.